Hello everybody, it's Glenn. This is Dugout to Cardboard. Thanks for tuning in again. Uh, Today I'm going to go through another project. Recently showed you the wall display that I've pretty much populated now. So the secondary project is, all right, I've got a wall display full of cards and able to enjoy them on a daily basis, but the next tier down, what do I do as opposed to putting cards in boxes to be able to enjoy them? So to refresh your memory on the wall, I've got the first card or the earliest card I have of most every Hall of Famer since post-war time frame, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. So I've got either the rookie card or the earliest card I have of them in the display cases. And then I also have the last card. If I have their last card, I've got them up in the J channel. I'll refresh your memory here with a quick glimpse. And then what I want to do is show you the remaining cards of those players I've got in boxes. So trying to figure out a way to enjoy those cards as well. And I've got a binder project I'm going to show you today. And really looking forward to getting your thoughts and opinions and any other alternatives to enjoy your cards other than the ones that you got displayed on the wall possibly. I'm also going to end this episode with a couple of mail day recordings. I've gotten quite a few deliveries in the mail over the last couple of weeks, and I've recorded myself opening each one of those. So as I go with future episodes, I'll start putting one or two mail openings to close the day and keep everybody informed with some of the cards I've got coming in. Okay, as a refresher, I've got the 5 cases of baseball, one on the top left, the 4 on the bottom. Those are full of baseball, and then I've got the one top right one that has basketball and football cards, Michael Jordan specifically on the basketball side, and other stars as well. But so as a reminder, what I've got in here is there's about 148 players that I'm collecting, mostly the Hall of Famers post-war and some superstars that haven't quite made the Hall of Fame. George Foster, Steve Garvey, examples of those. So what I've got here in the display case is, again, their first card or the earliest card I have of them. So Dennis Eckersley, that's his rookie card. Raleigh Fingers, that's 1973, earliest card I have of him. Carlton Fisk, the rookie card, 1972. And then Whitey Ford, I don't have any cards, so there's the index card. When I displayed this a little while ago, I had, I think, 17 or 18 index cards where I needed just any card of the player. Closed that gap a little bit, 3 or 4 since then, so you'll see some of that in the opening, mail opening days that I show you. So that's what I've got on the wall for the earliest or the rookie cards. And then on the J channel in the middle, if I have their last card, I've put it here. So Dick Allen's last card, Aparicio's last card, Banks's last card, Johnny Bench, all in alphabetical order. So I don't have all 148 people's last card, but I do have about 3.5 rows there worth of those stars and Hall of Famers last cards. So what have I done with all the other cards of theirs that I'm collecting? So in my closet, I've got 3,200 count boxes with labels separating the players, again alphabetically of course. As you can see, Larry Doby, Raleigh Fingers, Carlton Fisk, Whitey Ford, George Foster. Whitey Ford, it's not a playing days card of him, it's one of those Topps special cards back in the 80s. So got all the other cards there. So for instance, Ricky Henderson, 81, got his 80 rookie card up on the wall. 81 Donruss, 81 Fleer, another 81 Fleer, 81 Topps, leaders card, 81, 82 Donruss, so forth and so on, all the way, 83 Fleer, 85 Donruss. And then I put in top loaders all the way through probably early 80s, maybe 83, 84 time frame. And then once you get past that, just got everything penny sleeved, 86 Donruss, 87 tops, just all in penny sleeves after a certain time frame, 1990 upper deck. So again, my dilemma is, how do I enjoy these cards instead of just having them stored away in boxes and not able to see them readily? There's the last box. So what I've decided to do is look at top loader binders and start putting not all their cards, I mean no duplicates, things like that, but put one of each of their cards that I have into a binder. So let me show you what I've got started. Here is a top loader binder. What I've got here is, again, kind of alphabetically again, taking that approach. Dick Allen is the first one in the alphabet. You see a lot of empty spaces. So what I'm thinking of doing here, or what I've done here, at least as a test run, is only their tops cards. I did the math with 148 players and all the tops cards plus Donruss and Fleer and Upper Deck. I would need a whole bunch of binders to cover all 148 players. But the way I thought about trying it was just the tops cards and just the tops base cards. So for Dick Allen, his rookie card is 1964. So that would go here, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71. I've got his 72 tops. Now, up on the wall, I've got a 66. So I could easily put that card in the binder, but it's up on the wall. So what I thought about doing is printing a picture of it and putting in here. And I'll show you that here in just a second with another player. But there's Dick Allen, 72. Flip over to the next page, 73, 74, 75. And of course, his 76 is his last card, which I've got up on the wall as well. Next, Aparicio would be next. So I've got a lot of gaps for Aparicio. 68 and 69 are the two earliest cards there. Again, I've got a 63 up on the wall. Finish up with 70, missing 71, have 72, have 73. 74 is up on the display case or display wall as well as his last card. So let's look at a player I have more cards of, Johnny Bench. So first card again up on the wall for Johnny Bench is 1974. 76 is the first one in the binder, missing 77. Got 78, got 79, got 80. From this point on, I have most cards, 81, 82, 83. He actually had an 84 card with Gaylord Perry and Carl Yastrzemski as they all retired. So that's the 1984 card. So another example, Burt Blyleven. So I've actually got doubles of his rookie. So the one on the display case is there, and this is a lot worse condition one, so I put this one in the binder. Missing 72. So here's my thought on the cards that I don't have. Print out a little picture of the card and slide it in the spot. So obviously that would be a lot of ones, a lot of cards that I don't have, but that would at least show a gap, and it would show the picture of the card. And then when I get the card, I can just come in here and replace it, take the piece of paper out, throw it away, put the card in. So I thought about that. That's going to take a lot of printing on cards I don't have, but I thought that would be a pretty neat way to do it. I want to get your thoughts on that. Have you done something similar? Of course, Blyleven 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. Missing his 88 tops. Kind of a common card there, obviously. So still got to find an 88 Blyleven. 89, 90, 91, 92. And his 93 card is up on the wall. It's his last tops card. So that's my thought. Let me show you a few more. Wade Boggs. George Brett, I'm missing 75 and 76. But again, thinking this through. Put a piece of paper with the picture for 75. Same thing for 76. What do you think about that approach? Gets them out of the boxes, gets them in the binders, and I can put pictures of cards that I'm missing. Only going with the Topps base cards felt like pretty economical. I think I would need about 7 binders. These were 15 to 20 bucks a piece, so not astronomical cost, and it would get them out of the boxes and into a place where I could actually enjoy them and see them. So that's my thoughts. Definitely, again, want to get your opinions, your thoughts. I finished this first book. I got through Carew and Carlton, Gary Carter, Orlando Cepeda, missing a lot of gaps for some early Orlando Cepeda cards. Andre Dawson, Dennis Eckersley, Raleigh Fingers, Carlton Fisk. I think that was the last one. Yep, Carlton Fisk. These binders hold 288 cards. On average, with these folks that I have in this binder for just their Topps cards, they had somewhere between 15 and 20 a player, depending on how long their career was. So that's what I'm thinking. Get about 7 of these binders and just do the Topps versions of their cards. Obviously, what that'll do also is it'll let me leave the duplicates in the box, and that'll give me an opportunity, down the line, if I want to think about, getting rid of my duplicates and just making sure I've got 1 of each card. That would be an easy way to do it. So, all right, well, quick episode today. That's what I wanted to share, and wanted to get your opinion and the way you display cards, not just on the wall like I've got done already, but how do you use binders? How do you use, other ways to display your cards and enjoy your cards? Curious to hear from you. Appreciate any feedback. And I'm going to close with a couple of mail openings. And I appreciate you tuning in this week. It's mail day. A lot of people put little cards in there to wrap them up with. So, again, never really had any problem with shipping and getting damaged during shipping. Probably when I say that now, I'll have that problem, but really haven't had it yet. Oh yes, this was one where I made a mistake. I'll talk to you later about the Facebook groups and how they list out cards, usually sort of in a pattern of 9 cards, like a 3-ring binder layout, 1, 2, 3 across the top, 4, 5, 6 in the middle, 7, 8, 9 at the bottom. And when I closed payment with this individual seller, he listed off the cards I claimed, and one was not what I was thinking. And I asked him to double check, and then I went to double check, and sure enough, I claimed this card, 1975 highlights card, Mike Marshall hurling, pitched in 106 games. Pretty cool card, but what I intended to get was the card right next to it. I think this was in the 4 spot. Wanted the card in the 5 spot and just didn't put the right number in my claim. I think it was a 1975 leaders card, one of those RBI or home run leader cards that had 2 pictures of Hall of Famers on it. But anyway, I told him my mistake and go ahead and send it on. He offered to take it off and not charge me, not send the card or not charge me for it. And I just told him to go ahead and send it on, and I'll pay for it. So that was my mistake. 1974 Topps, Fergie Jenkins. Fergie, you'll hear a little bit more about as I get into my minor league playing days. He was one of the roving pitching instructors for Cincinnati Reds when I was in that organization, so I got to know Fergie pretty well. Great looking card there. And the last one in this package, manager card, 1975 California Angels team card with Dick Williams, shown down here in the bottom left as the manager. Again, Dick Williams made the Hall of Fame as a manager, so filling my gaps on the Hall of Fame manager runs as well. All right. Great mail day. Thanks a lot. Okay, another mail day. This envelope was a little
a little rough with a used envelope on the back, but still seems to be packaged fairly well with cardboard protection. Get pretty neat. I've never seen this team bag. It's outlined in black. Never seen one of those before. This batch, if you'll remember, Upper Deck, especially 1989, was a set that I was missing quite a few players from. So I think this is at least mostly, if not all. I think there's one card in here that won't be an 89 Upper Deck, but again, filling out my star / Hall of Famers. Eric Davis. Loved Eric Davis. Very fun to watch. Injuries derailed him. I think he could have been, put up incredible numbers if he'd have stayed healthy and would have been in the Hall of Fame, but just didn't have the health, be able to maintain his health. Kirby Puckett. Pretty cool one here. Mark McGuire in the background there, playing first base, holding, or at least behind Kirby as he's leading off first. Pretty cool card. And here's the one minor league card, classic best of Mike Piazza, 1992 with the San Antonio Missions. Again, I think this was one of those cases where I had all the 89 Upper Decks and had already met the criteria for the next level up in shipping, so I just went ahead and filled in with another card that, and again, don't have too many minor league cards other than the ones I've shown you with the local players making the big leagues and things like that, making the minor leagues, but jumped on that opportunity. Jose Canseco, Wade Boggs. This first release of Upper Deck in 1989, it was really great card stock compared to some of the gray card stocks that Topps had been using for so long. So this was kind of, groundbreaking as far as the card industry is concerned. Barry Bonds, Don Mattingly, Burt Blyleven, Paul Molitor, Mike Schmidt being interviewed there. I always thought that was a unique picture. And Ryan Sandberg. So a bunch of 1989 Upper Decks that I didn't have, along with one minor league Mike Piazza card. All right, thanks for watching.
All right, thanks again for tuning in. I hope you like the 2 mail openings I added at the end. One of my favorite times, obviously, is opening deliveries. I think most folks in the community share similar things. Share similar feelings. There's lots of folks that kind of do their mail days as YouTube content. So excited to record those and share my excitement with you. And again, appreciate you tuning in and hope to see you next time on Dugout the Cardboard.